situation and took off running. "Come on, Mutt, let's go." The dog was a silent shadow as they approached the house. Once they reached the porch, Connor edged closer to the front window, hoping to get a glimpse inside before pounding on the door. There was a light on in the hall that led out of the living room to the right. He had to guess that the floor plan of the house was the flip of his own, a small rambler with no basement. If so, that hall led to the 2 smaller bedrooms and a bathroom. There was a second hall to the left that led to the master bedroom, which had its own full bath. The kitchen and dining area were right behind the living room. When another scream rang out, he banged on the front door and shouted, "Police! Open the door!" It took every ounce of strength Jody had to hold on to Mia as she strove to comfort the distraught little girl. Thank goodness the old rocker was oversize, providing ample space for the 2 of them. Jody guessed Mia was around 3 to 4 years old, and big enough to be quite a handful when she flailed around in her distress. As a result, Jody's arms ached and her heart hurt as she continued to rock slowly back and forth, hoping Mia would find comfort in the steady rhythm and the soft murmurs of reassurance Jody offered her. The screams were getting farther apart, but that didn't matter much. Based on past experience, the little girl might be regrouping before starting up again. Neither of them had gotten much sleep since Mia had been placed with Jody, and the stress was taking a definite toll on both of them. As she continued rocking, Jody offered up a silent prayer for strength, guidance, and patience. "Honey, I know you're upset and scared, but I'm here for you." She brushed her fingers across Mia's cheek, which was flushed red and almost fever-hot from exertion. The little girl's breath came in gulps and gasps, her thin body going rigid before she started wailing again. This time, the pitiful noise ended as quickly as it started. The silence was a welcome respite. Jody drew a deep breath and let it out, doing her best to relax in case that would help calm Mia. "I'm here for you, honey. Let's see if we can get you back to bed. I'll stay close until I know you're all right." She muscled them both up out of the rocker, but before she could lay Mia down, someone started pounding on the front door. That set off a new round of tears from the little girl and a surge of anger from Jody. Who on earth came knocking on doors at 3 in the morning? No one she was expecting, that was for sure. She crept out of the room and down the short hall to the living room, still cradling Mia in her arms. "Police! Open the door or we're coming in!" The police? What was going on that had brought them to her house? Then she glanced down at her small companion and knew. Someone must have heard Mia's screaming and called the authorities. Her stomach lurched. Would they revoke the placement and send the little girl to stay with some other foster family? That was the last thing Mia needed. She'd been through enough already, and another major change might be more than she could handle. The pounding started again, leaving Jody no choice but to respond. She turned on the porch light and then retreated to an arm's length from the door. That put an end to the pounding, but not the demand. "Open up! Let me see your badge first." It only took a few seconds before a badge appeared in the narrow window by the door. It was attached to a blue shirt worn by a man. Should she call 911 to verify the police were responding to a complaint at her address, or simply open the door? The badge was replaced by a man's face, one that looked vaguely familiar. Maybe if she wasn't scared half out of her wits and exhausted, she might have even recognized him before he announced, "I'm Deputy Dunne. I live next door." Okay, that made sense. He'd only recently moved in, but she'd seen him a couple of times since the day the moving truck had come and gone. His SUV was in the driveway most mornings and gone in the evening. With everything going on in her own life, she hadn't had the time or energy to wonder if he worked nights, or even what he did for a living. "I recognize you from when you moved in." "Are you alone, ma'am?" She nodded. "It's just me and Mia." His gaze flicked down toward Mia and back up. "Are you both all right?" "Yes, we're fine." Not really, but she suspected he was